I work with relationships for 40 years. These are questions that I can answer in multiple ways. So I'm going to answer it in one way with you today. And somebody's going to say, but you didn't talk about that. So I just want to preface that because there isn't a one size fits all. And when I'm going to highlight something now with you, because it's the first thing that came into my mind when you asked, what can we do to actually repair our relationships, strengthen them, fortify them, solidify them, enliven them? One of the first things I often think about is accountability. It's actually not asking the other person to do all the changing. Somebody's going to tell me, but what if you've done that and it hasn't made any difference on the other side? So I just want that to be mentioned. In general, in relationships, we often get to a place where we think, you need to change. Here, I'm going to tell you what you could do differently that would make this relationship better. And the hardest thing to do is to actually say, what can I do? Because if you change, it is quite sure that it will also create change on the other side, because we are interdependent parts. In a relationship, I start to do something which makes you do something, which makes me do something. It's a figure eight. But if I start to do something else, sooner or later, you cannot continue to do the same. If I no longer answer you when you say something, there's a good chance that at some point you're going to stop saying it because you don't get the reaction that you've been used to get. So there's no better way to change the other than to change ourselves. But that's not 100% thing. It's just a good principle to keep in mind. What is it that I can do differently? What's one thing I could choose that I know would improve the relationship because I've heard you or because I know us? And if I don't instantly walk out every time, but I actually stay and I listen and I pay attention, will that create something rather than thinking about, all the good reasons why I should get out or leave in that moment? So this accountability piece is very high on my list, but there are 10 other things about what makes us work on a relationship to improve it.